Hello everyone and welcome back to the Majora's Mask playthrough. Fuck off. And this time we'll be getting the last of the heart pieces and really just getting more... Actually, we're actually going to be getting all the maps as well, so I can get everything in the game.
Oh wow.
And claim true 100%.
As you can tell, this is going to be a thrilling part.
Fuck off.
I'm hyped.
Now you may remember we actually did already do this back in the beginning, but this is one I am actually showing you. Because I find this one quite fun, to be honest, and it can be quite difficult if you're not paying attention. Do you remember how to do this one?
I don't remember what it is. I know once you start. Oh, right.
Yeah. I don't remember doing this originally. Like, I don't remember how it turned out because I haven't watched the original parts in a while. Did we fuck this up?
I imagine so. Quite a few times.
Why are you so cynical with these last couple of parts, George? It's Majora's Mask, for fuck's sake. Best game of all time. And you're being so cynical.
We all die in the end.
I've got a title for this part now. We all die in the end. I hope everybody's enjoying the part. It won't be around for much longer.
Yeah. Hold on to your hats before you can't.
Tumbleweed. Enough awkwardness.
Yeah.
I think we should start not wrapping up totally, but start winding down in terms of like actual.
Oh, this definitely sounds like we're winding down. Don't worry.
So I guess what would you describe? How would you describe the whole Majora's Mask experience? Kind of a big loaded question, but
it's massive, really. If you go around and do everything, it's very involving. It takes up a lot of your time, but it's definitely worth it. You get a lot more out of the game. You find a lot of these little bits. Because without it, it's just a pretty empty game with not a lot of story.
You could say that. You could. You're wrong. I think. Would you actually? I've got a better question. Is this a game that you would recommend to people that have never played Zelda?
To start off with, no.
No, I agree.
Thanks for that.
That was the Zelda audience falling down.
I'd always say go to Ocarina first.
A lot of people would say Link to the Past first, rather than Ocarina, and those people are wrong.
Yeah, and you're shooting.
Have you ever actually played Link to the Past?
A bit, not a lot.
I can't get into it. I can't. And you know, I know what the problem is. It's because I've already played Ocarina and Majora's Mask. I've already played games that bettered it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to play something that
the worst version of the same game.
It's kind of like the original Legend of Zelda. Why would I go back and play it? I have no reason to, besides knowing it's a bad game.
Yeah. Like some classic games as well, quite a lot of them is good to play, but that's like a bit far.
Yeah, it's not. I don't find Link to the Past fun.
I downloaded it off the original for the eStore about 3 years ago, and I think I've touched it once.
That's not good. And I think the problem is, it's not even a problem with its design, the top-down thing. I love Minish Cap for swords and stuff like that. I don't know what it is about Link to the Past. I'm just totally turned off by playing it. The idea of just sitting down is like, nah, I can't be bothered.
Link Between Worlds is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That as well.
That's basically the new version of it.
Yeah,
that just fixes it. I enjoyed that.
I've got to be honest. That's the thing is, I played Link Between Worlds when it came out. I haven't touched it since, but I enjoyed playing it so much. It's weird that I haven't played it again.
Yeah. So yeah, I finished it. I did finish it in the end.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It's quite satisfying. I like the fact you can do any tempo in any order.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was good.
Hopefully that's
It did not loads of new ideas, but it was just
no. I'd say
different.
I'd say it had an interesting gimmick. I mean, let's be honest, Zelda is based around gimmicks. It's like every game has a different gimmick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say every single one has totally fresh ideas.
No.
In fact, I'd say the most original Zelda game is Majora's Mask. Because Ocarina of Time is just Link to the Past in 3D. It's exactly the same plot, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a slight against Ocarina of Time. They were just trying to keep it simple,
of course, yeah.
so they could transfer the gameplay into 3D.
It's quite a big transition at that time.
The thing is, I was mentioning Breath of the Wild. That could be a new kind of Majora's Mask because
Potentially, yeah.
because it takes place in the same world, but it's doing something so different and doing an idea that they haven't really tried since the beginning. Although people have said there's a reason they haven't tried it since the beginning because it sucks.
Yeah, worryingly.
But I think they've got more experience now. They know how to make a good Zelda
definitely.
game. I'm excited for
It
it.
just depends what it's released on when. Does it work?
I think the NX will be confirmed next year, and I think Breath of the Wild will be a launch title for it. I can see that happening.
It's just as long as they don't go and do some ridiculous thing with the console.
We've talked about this many, many times about the gimmick. If there's going to be a gimmick, and the thing is, like, if there is a gimmick, just looking at how Breath of the Wild is, I can't see how they could put a gimmick in.
No.
Just
nothing
just from the little I've seen of it.
special.
Oh, by the way, I actually really like this minigame. This one's really easy compared to the other one. Like, from what I've seen of Breath of the Wild, the Sheikah tablet, which is like your main kind of item, can't see. I mean, like, I could see how you could use the Wii U tablet for that, not the NX.
So I was going to look into sort of some controller prototypes to see if there's anything around.
Oh, good idea.
The only ones that I know I've seen quite a lot of at the moment are basically this thing.
Oh my god.
And put a picture up, it'll make more sense. But basically, it's a controller, like a normal video game controller. It looks like it's been stretched out, and it's got like a little screen underneath the buttons.
I don't like that. Because that's just the Wii U controller, though.
It is, but more slimlined.
Holy fuck. You need to put that image underneath it. It's kind of looks like a mix between the GameCube controller and the Wii U controller. Yeah. However, just keep making consoles with a GameCube controller because that thing will never die. It is the best controller they've ever made.
So fair enough. I think that it'd be weird. It'd be better than what we've got now. Or it'd look weird still, but it could make some interesting gameplay.
Yeah, but
potentially. I know it's exactly what we've got now, but
the thing is, I think, like, you can make fun of Microsoft and PS4. I can make fun of them the live long day, but they don't do things like Kinect and is it Move? I forgot what to play. Yeah, they're shit.
They tried, it didn't work, and they kind of backed off from it.
But look at it this way. It didn't stop them making things to franchises that people like.
Oh no!
Like say the Arkham games. There's a VR Arkham game coming out. It doesn't. They're not basically saying, "Oh, we wanted to." Okay, say for example they had the move when Arkham City was coming out. They didn't say, "Here's Arkham City, but you have to use a VR for it."
Yeah.
Which is what Skyward Sword was like. It's like, here's a new Zelda game, but you have to use the Wii Motion Plus, and I hate that.
Yeah, you had to go buy something else.
The fact that it doesn't even work properly in that game is just adds to the misery. The fact that, as well, I mean, like, Twilight Princess, I'll forgive it for using the Wii remote because it had a GameCube version of it, and also because it actually works well. And I'll be honest, I've played Twilight Princess many a time. I've never once had a problem with the motion controls. In fact, I think they're pretty bloody good on Twilight Princess for a game that was only ported to the Wii as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
Twilight Princess HD, haven't played it yet, even though I've owned it since it came out. I haven't actually played it yet because I'm waiting until the playthrough. But I've heard it controls about the same. Hopefully that's true.
We'll find out.
Like we can say that. The thing is, I also say like games like Halo haven't really changed their gameplay since they've come out.
Not
too much.
No.
They've expanded it.
It's always been the same kind of thing.
But you could argue that it stagnated the series because it hasn't tried anything new, and it's mainly
it's definitely lost interest since, well, basically 3. Really, that was it. That was his peak. Halo never got better after 3.
Pretty much.
4 was alright.
But the thing is, but then I could say I applaud Nintendo for taking more risks with this stuff.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes it can make absolute masterpieces like this and Wind Waker, because Wind Waker is great, even though it took so many chances and had that art style that people hated when they first saw it. They took chances like that, and it made great experiences. But they've also done it and it fuck up, like Skyward Sword and the CDI Zelda games, which I do want to do one day because they are really funny. Apparently that's why they haven't done voice acting since then, is because they're afraid of people laughing at it like CDI. I'm like, you realise that was like 20 years ago and it wasn't even Nintendo who made those games, it was fucking Philips. You know, what things do they make? Is electronics in it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Philips made a video game.
It's a bit weird.
It's because they had a deal with Nintendo to make some video games for them, and my God,
That's interesting.
by God, he killed him. So that's another heart piece gone, and I explained before that when you go back in there, they actually hide from you. They actually hide from you if you go back in there because you've conquered them, and they feel scared, but intimidated by your presence.
Fair enough.
I only got to get another 4 heart pieces after this next one.
On a completely unrelated note, have you heard about that new sort of Darth Vader movie they're thinking of making?
Oh, the VR one?
Yeah.
Why?
It's weird. It's interesting.
Can I just point out, I don't care much for Star Wars, to be honest, because it's overrated. I find it very boring, and it's written like a fucking fanfiction. And no, just don't make the Darth Vader movie. The fact that Rogue One's got him in it is fine. You do not need any more.
Yeah, but anyway, it's an interesting idea as a concept to put into a cinema, VR and headphones. It's going to be a bitch to control.
And it's going to be a bitch to pay for.
Oh, that's the main thing, yeah.
But like,
You know how much 3D is.
I don't understand what's the point.
Where are you going to go to? Like, are they going to deliver the VR to the cinemas? Are the cinemas going to pay for this?
I feel like only certain cinemas are going to have it.
The massive, like, IMAX.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be an IMAX release anyway. You can actually shoot those 2 with the arrows, by the way. This is the easiest one. I'm having no trouble doing this. I mean, apart from that one target there. Oh, speaking of Star Wars stuff, what do you think of Rogue One?
It's got potential to be good. I like that it's going outside.
But, you know who it's directed by, don't you?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Gareth Edwards, the shittiest director of all time.
Which is probably going to cock it up.
I've heard some news about it. The reshoots, mainly.
Yeah.
Because they weren't impressed with what he did. Is what I've heard. But they have also said that, oh, it's at the end of the part.
No, can't.
Oh, I was going to say that that would be really embarrassing if I forgot when the end of the part was. I've heard that they weren't impressed with it, and it was only after seeing Godzilla that they wanted him to do Rogue One.
Weird.
Yeah, because Godzilla was shit.
But maybe it's going to be a similar thing to that. I hope not.
You might as well make Michael Bay direct a Star Wars film. Did you ever see Monsters?
No.
Did you remember?
I didn't want to.
It's terrible. It's one of the. It's. You know what? It reminds me. I spit on it. It reminds me a lot of Cloverfield, but done terribly.
Right.
I mean, like, Cloverfield isn't the greatest film of all time, but like, it's kind of like that, where they're trying to make a monster movie without showing you the monster. However, with Cloverfield, it works a lot better, mostly because they had good CG. Monsters does not have good CG.
No.
And you built up a tone first of interesting characters. Well, not interesting characters, but actual characters. And it tried to gimmick, the found footage thing. It tried to gimmick with a new thing. Monsters isn't like that. It's just literally people walking around talking about stuff and nothing happens.
Sounds thrilling.
It's boring. And the monsters look fucking shit.
Yeah, I've seen.
Now, if you wonder... Oh, excuse me. If you wonder what the rest of this part is, it is basically me just getting my inventory full to prepare for the final battle, and me getting the maps and just filling up my inventory to make myself look like I've really prepared for all of this when I actually haven't. Although, like I've mentioned before, I haven't actually gotten everything because I haven't got the biggest bomb bag. Sorry, I terrible.
We've lied to our audience.
Again.
What scumbags we are.
Sorry, my child is taking up most of my time. I'm a fucking douche.
Yeah.
I don't deserve the flans.
Okay.
Can I just say that I love the fucking music for the store? I've always loved it.
This is an awkward. Oh, there we go.
I don't know why that happened. I honestly don't.
What were you doing while you were making this?
It's just so much awkwardness. I love it. It's like Link doesn't know what to do until like the end of the world, so he's just waiting about.
Just debating in his head. There's literally nothing left. Gotta stretch out a few parts still.
No, to be honest, it is me just looking at a guide, figuring out what I can do. Now, I've got 2 more heart pieces to get. I know what heart pieces they are. It's the heart pieces from the Andrew and Kay Faye quest, which we'll be doing next time. Because, like I said, this is me just filling up the map. Because I didn't realise that in the map screen, if you look at it, it's all foggy and like cloudy. If you buy the maps, it becomes clear what's actually on them. So that's why I'm buying them, to make it again look like I've actually finished it.
Fair enough.
I'm fulfilling the fantasies of a 35-year-old fairy. That wasn't a gay slur, by the way. He literally thinks he's a fairy, and his dad is ashamed of him, apparently.
Yeah.
By the way, that's one of the actually, have we talked about Tingle yet?
Probably not.
Okay.
Not for a long time.
What do you think of Tingle since he's here?
It is a very strange character.
Have you seen him in the other games yet?
No.
He's in Wind Waker, in one of the most infamous parts of that entire game. I'm not talking about it here because I'm in our Wind Waker HD playthrough.
Oh, maybe actually. We keep talking, I might remember.
Buying maps.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say. You have to buy maps from him. It's a pain in the arse. He has his own game, Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land something. We're never playing that unless it's for a joke, because it is not very good, I've heard. He's quite a popular character in the Zelda franchise. He has a cameo in Ocarina of Time, and he's a fucking assist trophy. It's so weird. I don't know what compelled them to create this. I've heard rumours that it's Enuma based this on somebody. But whoever it is, they should feel quite insulted.
Definitely, yeah.
At least I broke his ankles.
Well, it's his magical fairy powers, of course.
I like the fact he's in this game though, because it just adds to the weirdness.
Oh, definitely.
But it makes it weirder when he's in Hyrule in later games. Oh, by the way, in Four Swords Adventure, in which you can get Force gems, he tries to steal them from you. And if we ever do that, it will be a free-player adventure, because Ethan will be joining us. We'll try and do 4. But oh my god, that game! It's basically one big multiplayer game, and he tries to steal your money. Basically, it's really funny.
What a dick!
He tries to steal your money, and it's funny. Oh my legs! How does he get around so much?
Yeah, busy guy.
I always find it. I don't know if it's just me. It seems like a weird thing to say. I find it really annoying when I've finished all the side quests and stuff. That guy is still trying to break down the boulder and he's still all over there. And I know the thing is, it adds to that frustration that Link as a character must feel, that he's doing all this work only for it to be basically erased every single time.
It's a bit pointless.
So that's the whole map, pretty much.
Cool.
Soak it up.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
It looks great. Yep, that's enough. Thank you. Thank you, past Harry.
It's alright. Is that right? We've got like a minute left and I don't remember what happens in the rest of this.
Is it just going back to...
Might be.
Go back to clock down, go back to the first day...
Clock out.
I don't know, I said.
You have to clock out. Hand me back your fucking Blunderbuss card. That's how we get paid, we clock in and out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry this is so badly edited. The other two aren't like this. It's just this one's really bad. I have to be off my game at least once.
You're doing something.
Now what could it be?
Okay, we're going in the door.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow! Fuck. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm literally just filling up my inventory again.
Exciting stuff. I'm glad we got to see this.
Okay, we've pretty much done the entire game now. We just need to do the Andrew and Kay Faye quest, finish that next time. But that's it for this part of Majora's Mask. That's it for this part. Oh, fuck. That's it for this part of Majora's Mask. I'm just tooling it up, basically, for no reason. Even I'm going to do it again next part.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time in the penultimate part of Majora's Mask. See you then.